Hello, my beautiful soul family. This is going to be the extension from the YouTube video for the message from the ancestors. Okay, so I said over there it would be time stamped. I'm going to put that in the long description, and because this is a fairly new website for me, I'm not sure where you see that, but I'm sure we will figure it out, right? Somehow, maybe we can put it in the comment threads. Yeah, I could do that. I could put it in the comment threads. I don't know. We'll figure it out, though. If you have to, kind of slowly go through until you hit your sign, I apologize for that. But it is what it is, right? So listen, before we get started, I want to thank you so much for supporting this website, for letting me get the messages out, for letting me be a mentor for the spiritual world, to let me be their voice for them. It's an honor, okay? It truly is an honor. So we're going to start with Aries. We're going to go in order. So let's see what we have for Aries. Although this is still the main energy, I want to pull two more cards like we did in the YouTube video on the side here. We're going to use the same format and see what we have. So what is the message for Aries? Oh, yeah. Wow. Teach and share. I love this. Oh my gosh, Aries. Instill, instruct, educate. So whatever you're doing with this information that you're gaining, that you're learning, you're going to share it. Okay? You're going to share it. Just like I share my abilities, right? You're going to share yours. So no matter what it is, believe me, we are all teaching and learning all at the same time. Okay? So whatever you are learning, you are going to share it with others. This could be philosophy. This could be a skill. This can be anything. Again, once you know it, if you don't already, you're going to be able to help others, because that's what we're here to do, to be of service of others. So does that mean you're going to make a career out of it? Some of you, yes. Some of you, no. Some of you, it's just by sharing your wisdom in conversations. So that's my big thing. It's like sharing this channel with people you know that are open to it, right? That are open to it so that they can learn and grow too, right? We don't want to hide this information. We're light workers. I mean, I don't care if you consider yourself a light worker or not. If you're here, you're a light worker, period. And so we want this information to get out. And that's what you're going to do. So whatever this is, you're not hoarding it. You want other people to know this information. Now, I know that Cindy's probably watching this. One of my Cindy's. You know which one you are. It's like knitting. Okay, she knits. It's like sharing knitting. I mean, that's not, not necessarily making a career out of it, but that's such a relaxing, scientifically proven thing that if someone asks, you'd be willing to teach them. Right? We don't hoard the information. We spread the information. So let's see what else we have. And it's beautiful, right? It's beautiful. They said no. Sorry. I don't know why they said no. Maybe because that's why. Show me clearly for Aries, please. Show me clearly for Aries. Show me clearly for Aries. What is the message for Aries here? Ancestors, what is the message? Thank you. Oh, respect your physical body. I love that. Okay. Detox, rejuvenate, and relax. What they mean by that, yeah, some of you, maybe you become a nutritionist, right? And you teach people how to do this. Some of you, this is a detox of the physical body through the emotional body. Some of you could be learning Reiki, right? That's my example because that's what I do. So again, I feel like you're honoring yourself right now in many, many ways. The ancestors are like, yes, honor yourself emotionally and physically. That doesn't mean that you can't have a ho-ho once in a while. Okay, that's not what they're kind of talking about. It's about kind of that Four Swords energy we had. right? Sometimes we've got to have that balance, knowing when. So, okay, this is a good example. And I know you guys can put it in the comments because I know probably each and every one of you have done this. It's like when you get a book that you just cannot put down, right? You cannot put it down, right? But you're tired and your body is tired and you need to go to sleep. So you force yourself to put that down. That's the balance that they're kind of talking about here. I hope that makes sense for you. Let's go ahead and see what the tarot has for you. Some of you need to get out into nature. Show me clearly. Some of you never thought you'd do this. It could be something very new. And like, I tell this story all the time. If you had told me I would be a tarot reader, I would have laughed at you. I saw 555 on the timer for you. Clear communication, surges of energy for you. Yeah, just like I said with wanting to read that whole book or wanting to know that knowledge. Yes, it's going to be easy for you. Yes, it's going to come in for you. Yes, you are going to teach it and expand on that and communicate very well. However, remember to keep the balance, right? Because I can get in go, go, go mode. And then I drain all of my energy. Show me clearly, please. Yeah, they said all of them. Okay, and we're going to take them. Oh my God, Ace of Wands. Holy, holy crap. Ace of Wands, King of Wands, King of Swords. You master this. This is a new thing. Like I said, it could be an extension of something you already know. But this is a new thing that you are so crazy passionate about that you can't get enough. The only warning here is don't let it take too much of a toll on you, right? Don't stop eating because you're, and I've done that. I don't know if anybody else has done that, but I will forget to eat in a day because I'm so excited about learning this new thing, trying it, doing it, that I literally wouldn't eat for the whole day. Okay, so balance yourself out. But this is having complete knowledge of a topic. This is having complete a passion about it. And this is the new thing. Right? And it doesn't matter if you're 20 or you're 80. Right? And the great thing about this, and I say it all the time, if you're not learning, that's where you get stagnant. That's what makes you age, is when you're not learning new things. Some of you, this could be actually very physical, like they just showed me like somebody taking up like karate. Some of you, it could be very physical. So, still going to be a little different for all of you, right? What do we have? Okay. Aries. Yes, I love this. You are going to plant new seeds. They are going to grow. Again, I feel like if you look back in 10 years, you're going to be like, I can't believe how much everything, changed in a good, positive way. And I think that's because you're willing to take action with this because you're so passionate about it. So it's not forced, right? It's not forced. I love that. How awesome is that? Show me clearly. Okay. That one. Sorry. I wasn't sure which they wanted. Yeah, dance, celebration. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. Some of you might be taking dance classes and then teaching dance, right? We can take this very literal too. That's the physical part, But some of you, you really succeed at this. You share it. Some of you, it is a business. I'm just going to say that. It might be a new business for you. Not only that, but they're kind of giving me 7 of Wands also here, which is where you stand out in a crowd. People are noticing you, and you don't because you don't care, right? When you dance as if no one is watching, that's when you dance the best, right? So it's like, I don't care what people think about this. I'm not afraid to tell them what I'm doing, but they might think I'm crazy, but I don't care. And then they turn, and then you become an inspiration, a teacher for them because you made this successful for yourself, and that, is leading by example. Yeah, lotus flower. Love it, love it, love it. Unfoldment. Yeah. You really excel at this. You really excel at this. This could be writing a book, telling your story. I mean, this is so many things, right? But it is gorgeous. Oh, and it's going to happen fast. Listen to the jet, guys. It's going to happen super fast for you because you can't help it. Just make sure you keep some balance, right? Because you cannot help it, Aries. You cannot help it. Yeah, it's like me and tarot, right? I can't help it. I have to do it. Love it so much. Could talk about it forever. Show me clearly for Aries, please. Show me clearly for Aries. Wow, High Priestess. Mystic power. Ah, wow. So here's the thing with this, Aries, is that the harness mystic power, this, I swear to you, no matter what it is. I mean, we can go into the very 3D kind of, jobs out there, being, a CEO, being an accountant, being this. But you have mystic power about this. You have secrets about this that others don't know, right? But you share that knowledge. Unlike the High Priestess in the tarot, you're willing to share this knowledge. Very auspicious, very lucky with the black cat here too. The next 10 years are going to be very good for you. Okay? Where are you putting your focus? Where are you putting your focus? So that is all for you, Aries. All of my love, light, and blessings to you. And we are going to move on to Taurus. So let me pick up these cards, Taurus. And we will get started. I have too much stuff on my desk, guys, which is fine. I was going to clean it off, but they just said, no, start reading. No, start reading. Okay, Spirit. Let's see. Taurus. Ancestors, what do we have for Taurus? Ooh, I got the chills, guys. And it's 77 degrees, and I have a sweatshirt on. I'm getting a little hot, not going to lie. All right, what do we have for Taurus? Show me clearly for Taurus, please. All right, yours came out together. Wow, guys. So enjoy new beginnings. Here it is again. I love that came out again for us. A lot of speed, a lot of knowledge. This is reminding me very much of the Knight of Swords, right? Very fast moving for you. Okay. Again, I feel like same with all, everybody. This is energy that lasts like the next 10 years. You will celebrate, socialize, change. You are putting yourself out there, Taurus. You are not afraid to hide anymore, right? And I love that the back to basics cards came out too, because this is very air energy. This looks very grounded energy, right? So because it says simplify, reduce, and center here, I feel like what they're saying is one that gets you very centered. This is simple for you. You don't have to make this more complicated than it is because you've done this before. You learn it very easily, right? Whatever this is for you, it comes easy to you. Taurus, very, very, very 5D and 3D too. Really creating something beautiful. Yeah. So what's really interesting, Taurus, about this card is you notice that when we have new beginning cards, it usually talks about springtime. This is depicting winter. So I'm going to tell you, even though this is a timeless reading, I am going to tell you that I do see a little bit of a time frame here. I think that things really pick up when you're next, depending on where you live in the world, depending on what time it is now, things really pick up once we hit winter, okay? Once you hit that winter. So, December, right? Things really pick up for you. This speeds up quite a bit. Quite a bit. All right, let's go ahead and grab the tarot. Sorry, again, I have no space on my desk right now. It's just tarot cards all over the place. So let's see, and oracle cards. Tell me more about Taurus, please. Tell me more about Taurus. Some of you, your ancestors have done this type of work, and they're bringing it back to you. This is like handed down DNA stuff, which I really like. Show me clearly. What do we have for Taurus, please? Show me clearly for Taurus. Show me clearly for Taurus. Ancestors, what is the message here? What is the advice? Show me clearly. All right. Let's see what we have here. Okay, so we have Queen of Cups. I wouldn't be surprised if the Queen of Cups comes out in a lot of these readings, general or even the sign specific, because it's a very intuitive thing that they're talking about, right? When you're doing North Node stuff, it's very intuitive. And if you're not sure what I'm talking about, go back to YouTube and watch that one first, okay? Actually, I don't have to do that. I can attach it to this one, I believe. I can put it in the collections for this one. I will do that. Knight of Pentacles. I love this because this talks about the stability of what this is. This is not something that is going to come into your life and go out of your life. This is for the rest of your life here. Okay, for the rest of your life. And it's quite stable. You're a master of it. You know it, right? Very stable. This is not something that is going to come in and out of your life. This is like permanent is what I'm getting. Knight of Wands. Wow. Very passionate. And you take action with this. Okay. Very passionate. The pyramids are in the back here. This brings you huge success. Some people are going to be like, wow, how did you do that, Taurus? Right? Because when we think about the pyramids, we're like, whoa, how did they do that? It's very innovative stuff, right? And people are going to come to you and ask you, how did you have this kind of success in your life? Because I followed my North Node. I followed my life's purpose. Show me clearly. What do we have for Taurus? Again, if you follow your North Node, Taurus, I'm telling you, you can't help but be successful. All right. Oh my God. Absolutely. Yeah, total transformation. Death card, major arcana, total transformation here. You are absolutely 100% leaving the past in the past for this. Okay? Because what did I say? It's something new that you're learning. So this changes everything. This is a lot of belief system change too. I will say that for you, Taurus, where, for example, you thought it would be really, really hard to be successful in this area of your life. Or I don't know if I can take a leap of faith here, take a risk here, because, oof, what if it's not successful? Those thought processes you put behind you. Now it's, well, instead of what if it goes wrong, it's like, what if it's successful? Right? You change your thought process too. And I think it's pretty much permanently. Yes, we can fall back into old bad thought processes, but sometimes they're ones that we don't ever fall back into, if that makes sense. All right, let's see what we have here. What is this? Oh yeah, it's the Two of Wands. Sorry, it took me a second. Two of Wands and strength. You have no fear now. I mean, I wouldn't say no fear. The fear is moving because courage here, the strength card, is all about knowing that there's fear, but choosing to go through that anyway. That's courage, right? Here's you with the plans, right? Knowing that you can shape your world. Now you're ready because maybe you sat in planning stage too long. If this is something that you've already know what it is, right? And now it's like, okay, I'm moving forward with this. But for others of you, it's like when it comes in, you're making some plans and some strategies to get there, right? Like you plan to study. If you're learning something new, okay? That's just one example again. It's different for all of you. Remember, you guys get 25 cents. What the heck is the matter with me? 25% off of any readings that you book. That is for you all. So show me clearly. Show me clearly. Thank you. Oh, I love this. Mountain strength. Yeah. Again, it's like looking at that mountain going, oh my gosh, why would anybody choose to do that? That looks scary as crud, but you're like, yeah, let's go for it. I feel like that's just really saying I'm just going to go for it. And again, if this is an extension of something you're already doing, and I'll use the tarot into the Reiki, right? Or the tarot into the pendulum. You have all the strength to do it, but it seems easy for you. right? I keep hearing that. That's easy. And if it's something new and you're not sure what it is yet, when it comes in, it's just going to feel easy. But you do have to have the courage to jump in. Like if you've never swam before, right? You've got to get in that water to learn to swim. You know, the Olympians who are, you know, fast, crazy swimmers, they weren't always, right? But it came easy to them. I will say that part. Yep. And I love it. Cave, sanctuary. This is just, for me, this is something that your soul needs to do, right? It's like, this comes from my soul. This is what I'm meant to do here. This is my north node, right? This is, I just know that this is what I'm supposed to do. And you will just know, trust me. I just knew. Show me Taurus. Show me Taurus, please. Show me Taurus. Ancestors of Taurus. What is the message here? Thank you. Yeah, warrior. Boy, Taurus, Taurus is a warrior. Let me just put that out. Be fearless, right? And stand strong. So I really do think you're tackling fears. I really do. And you're doing that. Oh my God, didn't I say that? I said that in a reading. I don't know which one. And you also have White Witch, be the light, right? How do we face our fears? By being the light. By trusting. And again, you have the wisdom already there with this. It's going to, and that's for everybody that's reading, that's watching these, regardless of sign. It's, I can feel it. I mean, I can just feel it. It's definitely North Node stuff. And yeah, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. It feels so familiar, right? I love that. All right. So with that being said, Taurus, I am going to move on to Gemini. All right, Gemini. Let me get these cards up. Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. Gemini, Gemini. Gemini, Gemini. Gemini. Why did they show me that? So I don't know what is going on with this Gemini, but it's like trusting. I mean, it's going to be big for everybody, but it's like they're showing an adoption of a child. This is like, let's say you're 40, maybe even older, doesn't matter, because it's just an example, but this is so big. It's like you never thought you'd have children and you didn't, but then all of a sudden you had this need, but you want to adopt. And you learn all about the adoption service, or maybe you get into the adoption services career because you want to help children find good homes, right? Don't ask me. That's going to resonate with somebody. And I don't think that's obviously for all you Gemini. But it's like, I never thought I would be in this business. It's like saying, now they're funny, Gemini. It's like saying, I don't even like kids. I don't even like kids. But then, yeah, see? So it's like something that you really kind of throws you off guard. Like, you never thought you'd be interested in this. All right. Let's see what we have for Gemini, please. Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. Gemini. What do we have for Gemini, please? Show me clearly, Gemini. Show me Gemini, please. Thank you. Gemini, first one is have courage. This is great. I mean, a lot of these readings, at least the first three, it talk about having the courage to make these changes. Strength, fearlessness, and warrior, and that was all in Tauruses. So definitely, if you have Taurus in your chart, watch that one. But this is so much strength, and I mean this in the most positive way, where it's like nothing's going to stand in your way. I feel like nothing is going to stand in your way for this. That you have so much passion for it, and it doesn't matter. Like maybe you bring this thing up, right? This new thing you're learning, and you bring it up, and somebody poo-poos it, and you might get a little even defensive about it. You may not say anything, but you're like, well, what do you know? You know, you're like not going to let anybody change your mind. Okay. You're not going to let anybody change your mind. It's like you're defending this, even though you don't have to verbally defend it. You're like, no, I'm not going to let somebody else put nonsense into my head that I shouldn't be doing this, or it's a waste of my time, because it's not. It's my life purpose. Show me clearly, please. Show me clearly. Thank you. Yeah, you get real, see, because I am an empath, I read emotionally. I read with that empathy, and I get certain feelings, and I got really, like, literally, like, defensive. Like, no, like, you're not going to take this away from me. Whole self-health, natural therapies, balance. Again, we're talking balance here. Am I going to be able to say this right? Because I've said it a million times, but I get stuck. Ayurveda. I feel like for you guys too, Gemini, part of this is this makes you feel whole. This new thing that you're learning makes you feel whole. Like a piece of your heart was missing. Like, yeah, I'm plugging away at life and I'm generally happy. I'm Gemini, I'm generally happy. But it may even fill a hole that you didn't know you had. Right? Life purpose will do that. It'll fill a hole in your heart that you didn't even know you had. Like, I didn't even know I was missing it. It's like finding it and then crying tears of joy because you found it. Right? So I really kind of love that. It just shows how much you care about this and how much you know you're supposed to do this thing. And again, I know it seems a little general, but it is a general reading. But I hate to put it this way, but that's what they're showing me. That's like, this completes you. You know, I know I'm talking with all the signs about this, about, you know, whatever this is. But that's because there's so many of you, right? I couldn't really bear down and be specific. But boy, you are like, you're not necessarily doing it outwardly, right? But boy, are you defending this. You're like, no, this is part of my heart. And you're not going to tell me I'm wrong for doing it. Or if you do, I'm not going to listen to you. So when I tell people I'm a tarot reader and they, you know, they have the right to not believe. And they go, oh, well, I don't believe in that. That's a bunch of nonsense. Now, they don't have to say that, but sometimes they do. They can just say, oh, I don't believe in it. No, I don't expect you to. But when they add in the little jab, I don't normally say anything back to that, right? I'm like, I'll say, well, I'm happy that you have that opinion because you have the right to have that opinion. But inside, I'm a little, right? Because if we let people like that get into your heart space or your head space, Gemini, then that takes away from what you're supposed to be doing. So show me clearly for Gemini, please. Yeah, I love it. Look at that. Look at that 9 of Swords that came out reversed right when I was saying that. Yeah, you're not going to let anybody get into your head. You are not going to let anybody get into your head about this. So some of you, this could be, like, let's say you went to tell your family that you were going to go learn this new thing, that you were going to go change your career, that you were going to go find yourself, you know, in Tibet. And they're like, are you out of your mind? Right? You don't let them get in your head, no matter what they say. You're just like, yeah, well, great. I'm glad that's your opinion. Okay, we have death, total transformation. This transforms your life. We also have, look at the major arcana. This transforms your life in a big way. And again, it's like total new perspective, something you learn. It changes your life. Okay, tarot changed my life. It changes your life. And you also have the Hangman here, which I love this. Because to me, the Hangman is when we step back again and we learn. We learn. This is like, I can't talk to you right now. I'm in the middle of my class. You're learning. You're concentrating on this. You're taking it all in. You understand it quickly. And this is really meant to happen for you because with all this major arcana, like the universe is like, hey, let's follow our purpose because you could be doing great things with that. Look at that High Priestess. Oh, my Gemini. Almost all major arcana now. Yeah. This is definitely something you've done in the past life because this is your higher self directing you. It's like almost, they kind of showing me like cheating in a way. And what I mean by that, because they're showing me like taking a test and knowing all the answers to that test because you can see the answer. Like someone saying, like if it was a multiple choice, like somebody's showing you A, but who's showing you is you. So it's not cheating. Yeah, this comes easy to you, as it should, in my opinion. And 10 of Cups, look at that. All sorts of blessings. All sorts of blessings come with this. If you are feeling stuck and you're feeling like you're not getting your blessings, it's because you're not following your North Node. Okay? Because this is a bunch of beautiful fulfillment, rainbow of blessings. My life is good. I'm content. I have it all kind of thing. That's beautiful, Gemini. That's really beautiful. Forgot what deck I was going to. That is absolutely gorgeous. Now we have free will. So remember, this doesn't automatically happen. You have to be open to recognizing it when it comes in. Right? Because the first time I saw tarot, I could have been, well, the first time I saw tarot, I did judge it. And I was like, that's a bunch of crap. That's a true story. But I was very young. When it came back around to me another time, right, I was in a different spot spiritually and mentally. And I just couldn't get enough of it, right? And I just knew. Show me clearly for Gemini. As I'm moving all the cards here. Sorry, Gemini. All right, Gemini, you have tree, grounding. Yes, I love this for you because, again, it's showing me. So the tree here is like the tree of life, right? These branches are your spiritual. These are your 3D. You're rooted into this. You're grounded into this. But you do get information spiritually through this. Okay? You absolutely do. But this truly, truly grows. This is like, yeah, like this. You're rooted in this. It grows for you like the tree. It expands, it grows, new branches. So for some of you, remember I said it was an extension? It might be an extension of what you're all doing because I tie in my Reiki with my tarot, with my pendulum readings, with, XYZ, right? It's just another extension of astrology, right, of what I'm doing. So, and again, don't let any fear get in your way because, and I use this example for Taurus, so I'm going to use it for you. If you've never swam before, you have to get in the water, right? You've got to get in the water. Yep. You are going to be submerged in this. And that's okay. Remember to stay balanced. Remember to take time for yourself, right? So that you have time to rest and relax because this is like, I've stayed up for 3 days learning about something. I'm so submerged in this new knowledge, right? But remember to take a break, right? You don't want to burn out. You want to be able to retain the knowledge. Not that you wouldn't. I mean, again, this comes easily for you. It's going to come easily for everybody. But yeah, you get submerged into it. You can't help it. It's never going away, right? Some of you, this is a very odd way of showing it to me. Some of you are going to refurbish the old ways from the ancestors. So they're showing me it like a clockmaker. Right? They're showing me like a clockmaker making a clock. Not, even though we're in this age of new technology, it's like you don't want to lose some of the old, right? So some of you might be going into and researching something from the olden days and you bring about those ways. You bring them back. I know this is a weird way to say it, Gemini, but it's like down here in Louisiana, there's a butcher and his full-time job is a surgeon. So those go hand in hand, right? So the butcher part of him is an extension of what he already loves, right? So he opened his own shop, but he does things the old way, right? By hand, not processed, not machines doing it, right? He's a true butcher. Some of you are going to do something like that. That's very specific, I know. High Priestess, which also came out for Taurus. So definitely harnessing something that is very in tune with you. Again, I feel like you've done this in a past life because it becomes that easy. And it's like you manifest this very quickly, right? You do. You learn it quickly. You start getting it out there quickly. It feels very fast. Okay, very fast moving energy. So let me go ahead, Gemini, and let's move on to Cancer. Maybe if I did it this way, I would be a little bit more smooth. Look at me finding a better way to do this. All right, Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Let's do a couple shuffles here. Ancestors for Cancer. Show me clearly, please. Ancestors for Cancer. Show me clearly. Ancestors for Cancer. Show me clearly, please. Show me clearly. What is the message, please? All right. Answer the call. Do not ignore this, okay? Explore, travel, live. Cancer, this is, you definitely, this is going to pop up in front of you. And you're going to go, I have other responsibilities. I can't do this right now. Don't. Live in the moment. Explore, okay? A friend of mine was just telling me a story about, what was it? How he was supposed to, I can't remember where he was supposed to go. That's funny. I don't know if that would even have any relevance in here. But it was a big opportunity. Oh, he was supposed to, yeah, I think it was Ireland. He was supposed to go to Ireland. All paid for. His boss, right? His boss was going to pay for it at the time. It needed somebody to go with him, blah, 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 blah. Oh, no, it wasn't Ireland. Which one was that? Sorry. I don't know if it matters. Oh, okay. Oh, it does matter. Spirit's like, no, it's not Ireland. That's somebody else. Was supposed to go deep sea fishing. Got invited through his company. I think it was his company or a lot of people he worked with or knew, social group. And most of it was paid for. There was just a small fee to do whatever. And he said he wanted to go, and he did because he's never experienced it before. And then for some odd reason, he had to pull out, and he regretted it, right? So don't turn away from this. Answer the call. Explore. Okay? This, whatever it is. If you're intrigued by it, because he was totally intrigued by it. And I'm not saying that he did anything wrong at all, right? But maybe that would have changed his life, and maybe he would have fell in love with it, and maybe that was his north node, and maybe he should have been, a fisherman, right? Don't miss the call. Jets are going by. Don't miss the call, right? All right, let's see what else we have here. And you have tune in and connect. I love this. Oh my gosh. Nonverbal communication, intuition, and messages. Definitely take some time to meditate, be in solitude, because I've had it happen. Spirit will do it, and I'm not saying that's how it's going to come in for you, but it could be, and I've had it happen where I'm deep in meditation, and something I heard of a long time ago pops up, and that's the opportunity. So some of you may have come across this before. Oh, that's interesting. Some of you may have come across this before and turned it down for many reasons, and you don't have to know what it is, or maybe you do know what it is, but maybe you turned it down. It may come to you in a meditative state, in a dream, and you haven't thought about it in 5 years, 6 years, and it's like, no, now the time is right for me to do this. You might have had a dream, something you've always wanted to do, right? And it's your calling, it's your north node, but maybe you just weren't ready for it in the past. Oh, I like that. If the Six of Cups comes out, I'm going to freak out. I'm just warning you. I'm just warning you. All right, Cancer, let's see what we have. Let's see what we have here. Yeah, it's coming from above. So you guys hear the jets, right? It's coming from above. So for me, that's your intuition. That's meditation. That's your dreams. Follow your intuition, guys. I feel like this is kind of a warning for you, like not to say no again. You'll be very unhappy if you say no again, right? trust your intuition, right? Trust that you should do this. Now is the time. Show me clearly. And we have a 2, which is all about balance, right? Ace, good. That makes me happy. Yeah, you're gonna listen to your intuition. You're gonna answer the call here. Ace of Swords. Love this. Cutting something out for something new. I love this. So whatever was holding you back from your North Node and from your life purpose, no longer. Okay? No longer, because you're ready. The ancestors are like, you're ready. Yep, look at that. Hangman. You were waiting. You were waiting. And you may not know this. That's the thing, guys. Subconsciously, you might have been waiting. So remember I said in the YouTube video, I was like, you may know what this is. You may not. It could be an extension of what you're doing, or it could be something brand new. I feel like it's brand new. However, I feel like your subconscious has been kind of screaming at you, right? Saying, okay, you didn't answer the call before. We need you to answer the call now, right? Tune in and connect, subconscious. So I think your subconscious has been bringing this up, and they're going to bring it up again. If you're not sure what this is, once it comes across your path again, maybe through meditation, like I said, once it does, it's going to click. You're going to go, wow, I forgot about that. So I'm going to give you a really weird example. And I'm not doing this, but it is an example. Well, actually, I am going to do this at some point. So I don't know if you guys know, I love to cook. I love to cook. I cook all the time. And I mean, like, coq au vin and wings, and, you know, so anything from the plain, everybody's doing it, to the ones that, you know, are a little bit more elevated. And I love to bake. And 20 years ago, I had a dream of opening Italian beef stand down here in New Orleans. And it all looked great, right? It all looked great, but it wasn't going to pan out. And that's fine. I haven't thought about that at all. So now I have a place that I'm in the works of, and it's the exact same place, same building, right? This is crazy. Same building that I was going to do the beef place at, where now the idea came back to me where I could do it, but it's in a much different way. It's in a much different way. It's like the meal of the day. Only open for a few hours. This is why I decided to cook. No real menu. Meal of the day, right? And I do believe that that is going to come to fruition for me, because I can't stop thinking about it. And when I can't stop thinking about something and my mind's making plans, and how can we do this, and show me the way. Does that mean I'm going to stop doing this? No. Just so you know. It's just another thing that I'm so passionate about. I'm really passionate about food. And because I'm a Taurus sun sign, I like to feed people, right? I like to care for people in that way. So I know that's a weird example. But I hadn't thought about that in 20 years. Literally. I haven't thought about that in 20 years. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me with this? Look at this. The 2 of Pentacles, lots of 2s. You're bringing lots of balance in with this. And then we have the 10 of Pentacles. This, for you guys, might be your legacy. Like, you know, it might be your legacy, what you're known for. Okay? What you're known for. So I will tell you, when we go, yes, I like football, guys. It's okay to like things that are not spiritual. I like football. I don't get into it, but I mean, I'm not watching it. You know, I'm just watching my team, which is the Saints, of course, right? Of course it's the Saints. I'm a tarot reader in New Orleans. Of course it's the Saints. I cook for the games, and I don't just bring chili, right? Like, I cook. I bake from scratch, and I cook for the bar that we go to. That's our family over there. There's quite a bit of us in the community that go over there, and I'm known for that. That's the things I'm known for. That's part of my legacy. Yes, part of my legacy will be known for tarot reading and give messages and being a medium, but I'm also known for that. So I do feel like this is what you're known for, and you're supposed to do it, obviously. That's amazing. I love this. That is amazing. Let's see what else we have for Cancer. 4444 on my timer. So that's stability, guys, and balance. I would definitely look up that angel number 4444, Cancer. Yeah, rebirth. A rebirth of something old, right? That's kind of what I'm getting here. Like something that was in your mind. Could be a year ago. Could have been 10 years ago. You're rebirthing it because you're fertile now, and it's time to happen. Absolutely. Look at that wake-up call. It's going to hit you in like a ton of bricks. Again, meditation, dreamy, water, right? Pay attention to that, right? Subconscious, pay attention to that. And again, you have answer the call because it's going to be successful. And I know that sounds strange, but I'm going to say this. Everybody thinks their life purpose has to be super spiritual, I guess, or mystic. It doesn't. Me cooking food for people is not spiritual. It is from the heart, right? It is from the heart. So again, I love this. So I don't want you, even though you're light workers, I don't want you to get stuck in, oh, well, now I have to be a tarot reader. Maybe you're supposed to be, but maybe it's not as spiritual as you think, but it is to other people, right? Show me clearly. There we go, stag. I love it. I love that. Trust and thrive. You are going to thrive at this. Whatever this is, you're going to. As long as you take the call, you answer the call. That is beautiful. We are going to move on here to you, Leo, but I am going to take a quick break to use the ladies' room. So I will be back in a moment. Okay, Leo, we are back. Thank you for allowing me to have that little break here. Let's go ahead and see what's going on for you. What do we have for Leo? Show me for Leo, please. What do we have for Leo? What do we have for Leo? Show me clearly for Leo. Ancestors. What do we have for Leo here? Show me clearly for Leo. Ooh. What do we have for Leo? Show me clearly, Leo, please. There we go. Thank you. So, Leo, I love this. You've got connect with water. Ocean, water spirits, hydrate. I really feel for you that there is such an emotional connection with whatever this is. It's almost like I want to cry, but not in a bad way. It's almost like I found this thing in my life that just brings me so much pure joy. Okay. And it really will, whatever this is for you, it really will, Leo. But I also think it's very unexpected for you. I think you're like, no, I know my North Node. I know my passion. I'm loving what I'm doing right now. And maybe you are, and that's fine. But something else comes in that you're equally in love with doing. Kind of like I was saying in, I think it was the Cancer one, because now I just forgot. I went blank. Where it's like, I have two passions. It's giving the messages from spirit and cooking. Okay? And that was a little shocking too, in a sense. I did not, my mother never cooked, okay? I didn't grow up, I mean, it was box stuff, right? My mother didn't cook. And so I cook, like I was telling Cancer, anything from something very minimalistic that is, wonderful to eat. It could be a steak, right? To coq au vin, which is a French dish, right? So when I started cooking, it was kind of, I want to say it was just out of, it just came up. It just came up in my life. I remember being, God, I was like 23 years old. I was such a baby. I'm not calling 23 years olds babies, by the way. I'm just saying I was very young. And my two brothers and their girlfriends and my mother came over to my apartment, and I cooked them a whole dinner. So I fell in love with cooking fairly young. I want to say it was like 19, 20. And I didn't think I would. I mean, because I didn't grow up with that kind of stuff. And what happened was I went to a really nice restaurant, which I've never been to a really nice restaurant. Yeah, I've been to the chain kind of restaurants, but not like an elevated restaurant. And I fell so in love with the food and how different it was that started my journey, and literally cooked my whole family dinner for Christmas that year. And it was pretty elevated. I mean, I'm much more elevated now, but at the time, considering what we grew up eating, and I remember just had tears of joy feeding my family and them enjoying that food so much. And I feel like whatever this is, that's how that makes you feel. Okay? That's how it makes you feel. Because again, you're going to share. Remember, we talked about that in, well, I think we talked about it in the YouTube reading, the first part of this. And it's like we share, or maybe it was just in the Aries, and maybe you have Aries in there. We share information, right? We share our food. We share our information. We share the things that we love. We don't hold back in that area. Show me clearly, or we're not supposed to if you are. Show me clearly, please. Okay, Leo. Yeah. Oh, and this just came out too. So listen, a lot of this is stepping out of fear, right? So you may run into this new thing. Might be extension of something that you're doing, but you can't fear it. You really can't fear it. You can't fear what other people are going to think. And I'm going to use another example of when I fell in love with Reiki, and I did one-on-one Reiki for a long time, but then COVID hit, so I moved over to distance Reiki, and I was afraid to mention it, to even put it out there that was one of my services, because people sometimes can't wrap around their mind that you can do healing work when you don't have to necessarily be next to someone. It works because time and space are malleable. So don't let your fear of what other people might think about this discourage you. Have the courage to go with your conviction. Okay? All right, let's see what else we have. Because a lot of cards have been coming out talking about fear, and I just don't want fear to hold you back right now. This is a time of expansion. This is where I really feel like this is like the next 10 years. So show me clearly. Show me clearly. Thought that was going to come out for you, Leo. And Leo, you're not afraid of much, but sometimes we get in our own way, right? Oh my gosh, you have the sun, your own car. How auspicious is this? Oh no, it's not the sun. It's the star. If the sun comes out, I'm going to freak out. This is a total... I'm telling you, whatever this is, it heals you. Like cooking helped heal me. I don't know how to explain that any better, but it did. It helped heal me. And it became one of my dreams. And I just love to cook to the point where I believe at some point I'll be opening my version of a restaurant. And you're healing others. So they always say food heals, right? Food heals. And I love to feed other people. And that's my way of saying I love you. And here's some healing food. And whatever this is, it helps heal you and it helps heal others. And it does become a very wish fulfillment. A wish that I don't even think you know you have. A wish that your soul has wanted and has been trying to guide you there. And now is the time, right? The ancestors are showing you the way. Wow. Yeah. I love this. You got the Seven of Pentacles. You're going to plant new seeds and they will flourish. You're going to plant new seeds with this. Because we're all always planting new seeds, right? I'm always looking for the next thing, Spirit, right? What's the next thing? We can be very passionate about a lot of things. Look, Ace of Cups, very creative, very exciting. I told you, with all this water energy, you are just feeling so blessed when this comes across your path and you learn all about it and you share it with others. And it brings you peace with that dove. And it's so creative of what you're doing, right? Wow. It's a new beginning for you, right? Aces are about those new beginnings. Thank you. What? Yeah. Okay. Seven of Cups. Here's what I'm getting with the Seven of Cups is that this leads to many other things. So tarot led me to Reiki. Reiki led me to learn pendulums. That had me learn about astrology. Like it just keeps branching out. Okay. Whatever this is, it just keeps branching out. And it's just so great. I love that. And you have 2 sevens here. I would look up angel number 77. Very spiritual, angel number 77, right? I would look that up. Show me clearly. Oh my. Yep, a lot of this is coming out. So the death, make sure you're checking your other placements, right? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Very transformational, right? This changes the whole direction of your life here. And the King of Wands, see how passionate you are about this? And people are going to be attracted to this new energy, this new thing. And because you're the king and you become the master of it and you're so passionate about it, you share it. So when people ask me questions about tarot or Reiki or this or that, I get very passionate and I will share any knowledge I have. And 5555 came on the timer for you, which is funny because 4444 came out. Look up angel number 5555, right? That's about change. Good change, Leo. Good change, right? I don't know why people think change is bad, actually. I think all change is good. It helps us grow and learn, and that's what this is about. Show me clearly for Leo, please. Show me clearly for Leo. You are going to be so in love with this. I'm telling you, it's like it's going to make you cry. It fills a hole in your heart. It helps you heal. Like I said, like cooking did for me. All right. As I almost drop all the cards here. I'm trying to get them without doing this. Oh my goodness, yes. Unfoldment of something new. The fog, something is going to be uncovered for you. And I really, for you guys, I think it kind of hits you out of the blue. Like, you know, it's not, I think it hits you out of the blue. And you also have ancestors, generations. Yeah, this hits you out of the blue, but you didn't know you had a passion for it. So once I started cooking, this is a weird story for you, but once I started cooking and I just didn't know any better, I didn't know the history. I went to my mother one time. I'm like, I can't help but love to cook. And she said, well, that is funny because, you know, your ancestors were farmers, which a lot of ancestors were, but your great-great-grandmother was an amazing cook. And I thought, well, why wasn't that passed down? It's like it skipped a generation or two, right? So this is like something that one of your ancestors had done, and now they're bringing it back to you. That's cool. It's like in your DNA. Show me clearly for Leo, please. Show me clearly for Leo. Thank you. Oof. I almost knocked over that whole deck. So you have here, excuse me, lots of talking. Sorry. Drum, dream, and journey. This is a dream come true for you. But I don't think it's what you think it is, Leo. You might have something in your mind like, oh, well, I always wanted to do that. I think this is different. I think it really hits you out of the blue. Okay? All right. We are going to move on. Let me get these cards up here. Okay. How did I say I was doing that? That's funny. I'm like trying to think of the most organized way to do this. Boy, I couldn't come up with that word, right? Which I did know. Nope, this way. Okay, I got confused for a second there. Now, I'm going to take a quick drink here so I can feel my throat closing up. Okay, Virgo, sorry about that. That's just because I'm doing a lot of talking. All right, Virgo, let's see what we have for you. Ancestors, what is the message for Virgo? What is the message for Virgo? What is the message for Virgo? Show me clearly for Virgo, please. What is the message for Virgo? Show me clearly. Ooh. Nature spirits. I love it. Elves, fairies, rock formations. Virgo, I'm kind of loving this. So for you, I am going to be a little bit more specific. I think for you, this is going to be something spiritual. Okay, so that can be anything. You might be getting very much into the Hermetic books. You might want to, you like to learn, Virgo, so and this is what this is all about. You might be getting into theology. You might be learning about tarot. I do feel for you, this is more spiritual, but that doesn't mean you're necessarily changing your career from doing what you do now to a spiritual career. But I do feel like whatever this is, again, you learn it and you start sharing it. Let's see what the very, very much, because this is like your spiritual team, right? However, it could be, sorry, I lost my camera for a second. It could be that Spirit's bringing it to you. I kind of feel like it could go either way. Like, really listen to your spiritual team, because they're the ones who are going to bring this in front of you in a very direct way. I feel like if you go into nature, because listen, nature is your realm, right? You're an earth sign. If you go into nature, oh my gosh. Well, I don't know if Peach is here, friend of mine. But if she sees this, she gets this, because she's a Virgo, and you know what she fell in love with and that she shares with? She was in not a great place in her life years and years ago, and she found running. She loves running. She does ultra marathons, not just regular marathons. So she still has her regular job, however, and she's good at it. She loves it. However, in this example, it's like her training people how to run marathons. And, that's a very spiritual thing. I mean, sometimes the things we do physically are very spiritual. So it could be something of that nature there, where it's something that is, like I said, very physical that you might be doing, but you need that, it brings out your spirituality. I don't know how else to say that. You guys are always going to understand more than I'm going to understand. Show me clearly, please, for Virgo. Show me clearly for Virgo, please. I said no to these, but yes to this one. Respect your physical body. Oh my God. You can't make that up. Oh, Virgo, you cannot make that up, right? Detox, rejuvenate, relax. Again, you could be doing something, and this card did come out for another sign, and now I forgot who it was. But this could be, this is just an example, you falling in love with, again, I think I used this example in the other one, nutrition, and become a nutritionalist, right? You could fall in love with, you could have never worked out in your life and fall in love with weight training. I mean, it could be so many things here. But through that balance of the spiritual and the physical, like, you bring out spiritual things for people. Because I'm going to go back to my girlfriend. She called me one day years ago, and she goes, I can't meditate. I can't meditate. My mind goes crazy. I don't know. I'm supposed to sign something. She got, she's got all this misinformation about meditation and what you're supposed to do or what you should be doing. Anyway, long story short, I started laughing. And she's like, why are you laughing at me? I'm calling you for help. I said, because you meditate every day. And she goes, what do you mean? And I said, you run just about every day, don't you? And she goes, yeah. I said, and what happens? My mind gets clear. I get answers to my issues, to the things I need to work on, this and that and the other, good news, right? Like, that's a form of meditation. So that's how it can be very spiritual. That's how physical things can be very spiritual. I will use this example because guess what? I can use this on this channel. That's why I love this website. You ever have a spiritual moment while you're making love to somebody? Yeah. While you're having sex? Yeah. Absolutely, because there's an energetic connection there. Some of you might, I don't have to be afraid to say anything more. Some of you might go into sex therapy for couples, right? Who knows? But whatever it is, it's you do it in the physical and it brings the spiritual out. And you share that with people and you teach that to people. I love that. I love that, Virgo. Show me clearly for Virgo, please. There you go. Thank you. Yeah, look at that Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, you could absolutely, you might be turning, Virgo, this into a career, a new career. Now, I said not for everybody would it be career necessarily. Okay, some people will give this knowledge just by having conversations with people, and that's how you teach and lead and whatever, you know, that may be. But you may turn it into a new career, a new business, a side hustle. And the other thing is, remember, that's Pentacle energy. That's your energy, right? It's Earth energy. Very grounded in this. New opportunity. I love it. Wow. Wow. Okay, so you totally get out of your head here. Because these cards, I'm going to keep them together too. These cards came out just like, well, just like this. It's like your own anxiety and worry and self-entrapment goes out the window. It's like you, remember I said strength training? It's like you have so much strength in this that it helps alleviate any anxiety you have. Because we know physical activity does that. So whatever this is, and it doesn't have to be exercise per se, right? I'm just using those as an example, but it is something that you're physically doing. And I think the way that you help people, because that's the first thing that people talk about, right? Well, they should be talking about, is when we're feeling anxious, one of the best things that you could ever do is get out and do something physical. Right? It alleviates that. So that's pretty damn powerful, Virgo. Oh my goodness, that came out very quickly. Yeah, you're showing people how to persevere, right? You're showing people, you're like, hey, this is how we do this. This is when, you know, we're not going to give up. Because I'm really seeing a lot of physical formation on this as far as, and again, not all of you are going to do it. It's going to be exactly this. I just want to preference that. Because they're showing me somebody doing bench weights, chest, right? It's like, you can't do one more. I can't do one more. You're like, yeah, I can. This is your own perseverance to help people and to help yourself. And I love it. Show me clearly. Thank you. Okay, so we have here the Nine of Pentacles. Wow. Holy crap. The Nine of Pentacles, I'm not putting these two together, but I'm taking it. The Nine of Pentacles and the Emperor. I think you turn this, whatever this is, into a huge business. Because Nine of Pentacles is like being an entrepreneur, right? It's really having, it's the wealth card, and it's independent wealth, which is my favorite card in all of tarot. And then you have the Emperor, which is like the ruling of something. This is a bit, and you're passionate about it. This isn't just about the money, right? But it is doing something you love and getting paid to do it. And somehow you show people how to persevere, how to make it enjoyable, how to get that. Oh my gosh. Guys, you're the only one that I'm doing this for. I have not done the bottom of the deck, right? I just keep setting down like that. I set it down like this and looked over. The Fool. Yeah. Because you have to think about that. Do you know why our ancestors were so healthy in the mind and in the body? And I'm talking ancestors. Like 500 years ago, 600 years ago, 1,000 years ago. Because they had to be active. Right? They didn't have a choice. They had to get things done. Right? They had to plow the fields. All right? They had to, I know some of you are going to be grossed out about this, sorry, but they had to skin the deer, right? They had to get out there and do it. They couldn't walk around to the grocery store and pick stuff up, right? I think this does have to do with something physical. And I would love to have more examples, but I don't right now because they're like, they'll get it, they'll understand. All right, Let's see what we have here. Yep. This came out in another reading. Check your other readings. However, it has told different meaning in your reading, Virgo. It's like this was hidden from you, right? Like going back and doing things. How do you want me to say that? Because we're talking about the ancestors going way back, like doing things. Okay, that's this weirdest example. But it's like if you were going to put an exercise program together and instead of weights, you're having people move boulders because that's what your ancestors did in order to build that rock house, in order to build that dam, right? It's like bringing some of the old school ways back. But when I say, like, because that came out in another reading, but I'm talking like old ancestors, right? Wow. And I just saw 11:11 on the timer, on my timer, because I had to pause it and restart. Well, maybe it's the same on yours. I don't know. No, it was 11111. Now, they haven't made me look up at the timer for everybody, but a couple signs got a couple different numbers. So I would definitely look that up. Like you bring this out of being submerged. I can't say it. Like this is something that you show people, you know, that they don't realize. Like I was saying, exercise, obviously most people know that, but exercise really does relieve anxiety and stress. And then you have ebb and flow, which for me is just talking about what we were talking about in the beginning. This brings out something spiritual, right? Ebb and flow, spirit and physical. So for you, it's almost the opposite of what we normally talk about. It's like you're doing something in the 3D that brings in the spiritual. Usually it's the other way around. We're doing something spiritual and we're creating it in this reality. That's beautiful. Wow. That's really cool, Virgo. All right, let's see what else we have for you. Show me clearly for Virgo. Thank you. Water guardian. Oh my goodness, yes. Connect with your emotions. That's how you're doing it. You're connecting with your emotions physically. I would tell you, just like I was telling, it's funny how it comes full circle, Virgo. If you are looking for more spirituality and looking for more meditation in your life, do something physical. Rather than sitting in lotus position, right? Do something more physical. Because I think that's how you're going to get the answers you want or need. All right, Virgo. Whew. All right, Virgo. Let's see what we have here. Thank you, Virgo. Again, don't forget to check your other placements here. Clean these up. Libra. My Libra's out there. You are next, Libra. Just get these cards up and moved out of the way. Sorry, I feel like I just did the... No, they're good. I thought I had half the cards up and half down in there. So, whoa, that almost fell. Okay, so because that card almost fell and I did the shock thing, you know, when you jump real quick and you feel that little burst of electricity, again, and this has been for some of the other signs too, I feel like whatever this is, it comes in as a shock to you. Okay? Not in a bad way, just in a very surprising way. A very surprising way. Show me clearly for Libra, please. Very surprising way. Thank you. And I just felt like the energy sped up. So for you, this may be very, very quick, okay? Very quick. So this also did come out for another sign. You have whole self health. Natural therapies. Balance. Let me grab the other card. I don't know why they're having me do that, but they are. Show me clearly, please. Well, so you, listen, balance. You are the sign of justice, right? You're the sign of balance. Show me clearly, please. And you have explore your creative side, visualize, paint, and record. Okay, so something for you, Libra, here that I am getting here is a new creative way to bring balance into your life. It's almost like creating, it's weird the way they're showing it to me, and maybe some of you will get this and I don't, but it's showing me like a new way to do an old thing. Okay? A new way to do an old thing. Whatever comes in for you that you are supposed to learn, it actually inspires you, Libra, to create something that's already here, but a better version of it. Oh, okay, so I'm going to say thank you. So I was saying this in one of the videos. I've done a lot of readings today because I have to go with the energy. That's why you guys will see when you see me putting out videos and then there's no videos on YouTube for a day or two. That's me. I have to just be in that energy, and that energy, when it comes, boom, I'm in. When I don't, I can't, right? Because it wouldn't be a good quality reading. So anyway, I see things speeding up for you in a very fast way. You're creating something that's already been creating, but a better version of it, or a new version of it. I shouldn't say better, but like a newer version of it. Here's my example. With my distance Reiki, with my Reiki, right? I do it differently. I don't know of anybody else who does it this way. My spiritual team has me focused with your spiritual team on the chakras, right? On the chakras. We go through all of them, but there's one in particular that we really work on. And then they give messages that way. Also, my superconscious Reiki sessions. I don't know anybody who blended those two things together to create something new. And I feel like that's what you're doing. You're blending two different things to make it new. Don't let anybody judge you for that, because if I would go to the older Reiki masters, they would say, that's not what we do. That's not how we do it. But Spirit guided me there. We have to keep, expanding. So I think that you find a new creative way to make something old new, or to combine two things to make one thing, and then you share that with others and you help people learn that. I love that, right? I'm very innovative. Show me clearly. Show me clearly for Libra, please. Show me clearly for Libra. Yep, they wanted it. I didn't think they, look at that. Yeah, you're learning a whole new way to do something. I feel like a lot of you are blending two things together, or learning how to create the next version of something. Okay? I love that the whole basis of these readings are about learning, right? And there's the learning card coming out dead center for you. Yeah, I love this, right? 4 wands, bringing two things together, right? Divine feminine, divine masculine, right? Bringing two things together to create something stable. Huh. Yep, bringing two things together to create something stable. I love that. Another card of balance, right? The Hermit. This comes directly from your soul. This is something your soul wanted to do before it got here, wanted to put these two things together, wanted to create this new thing in order to share it with the world. Blessings come in from that. You also have the Emperor. So this could turn into something actually in the physical realm to be profitable for you, not in a greed way. And I'm a helping people way, but and I'm teaching people this. However, I need to be paid for this. So it's like my Reiki sessions. And yes, you guys do get a 25% discount on those Reiki sessions. However, as a spiritual person, it took me a long time to understand that I need to have value. This is a business. I need to get paid, right? Don't let that part of whatever this is stop you if it's highly spiritual, Okay, Reiki is highly energy and spiritual. And so is the chakra system. So again, Libra, because you are the scales, this has got to be even give and take when you put this out there. Yep, Queen of Pentacles. I kind of knew this was more business oriented too. You could be doing a side hustle with this, or this could become very successful. Okay, blending two things together to create one, or improvement on something. So this is a weird example, but it's like the paperclip, right? Somebody had to invent the paperclip. Here's the paperclip. Okay, so now we have paperclips. This is great. We have paperclips, but they're metal. And then somebody decides to make it better by putting wax over it, right? By putting plastic over it to make it smoother so it doesn't rip the papers. Seems so simple, but it's an improvement, right? And then the example of me taking Reiki and the chakra system and putting those together. See what I mean? It's going to be something like that. It's good. I like it very much. It's very creative. Show me clearly, please. Show me clearly. Oh, my. Sorry. They're like literally hitting me in the face, and I'm dragging this card with me. Okay, so you have Gaia. This is, I love this. Nurture this idea. Nurture what this is. Take care of it. Put it together. I feel like it can happen very quickly. However, don't bail on this. When it comes in, go with it. Because you have that. And you have new beginnings, right? You have new beginnings. So I know that my distance Reiki with the chakras is different, and it was a new beginning, but I knew I could help nurture people, care for people, help people heal, right? Help them get in alignment. And I think that whatever this is, that's what you do. This is not about greed, let me just tell you. But there's nothing wrong with having money, guys. Nothing wrong with having a lot of money. As long as you're being of service. Show me clearly for Libra. I'm about to lose my camera. Hold on. Show me clearly for Libra, please. Thank you. Yeah, look at that. I love this. Trust your instincts. Animal guardian, trust your instincts on this. Because it's needed. Because I will say also, I didn't start doing my distance Reiki until COVID. I was doing one-on-one with people in my, right next to me. I can't talk today. So make sure that you just trust your instincts, because when that had to stop because of COVID, that's when the distance Reiki came in, but that's when they gave me combine it with the chakras. Combine it with the chakras, okay? So, and I had to trust my instincts and put that out as one of my services. So trust your instincts on this, okay, Libra? Trust them. All right, we are going to move on to Scorpio. Let me just get these cards up. All right. Ancestors, what do we have for Scorpio? Show me Scorpio, please. Show me Scorpio. What do we have for Scorpio? Show me clearly, please. Ooh. All right, Scorpio. Scorpio. What do we have for Scorpio, please? Thank you. Okay, so Scorpio, you have take time out. Siesta, recharge, rest. So right here, just automatically, what they're showing me is you may, whatever this thing is that you need to learn, that you want to learn, that you want to share with people, you may be doing it very much in a group setting. Okay? Your idea or what comes in front of you may very well be when you are relaxing with friends, right? When you're just hanging out and boom, this comes up. It may be that one of your friends or family members says something that sparks it in you and you go, oh, that's a brilliant idea. Okay, that's how it may come in for you. Whatever this new thing is you're supposed to learn, so that you can share it and teach it. Show me clearly. What is the message here? And you may be doing this with a team, right? This may be an idea you have together. Some of the most brilliant things that ever came out were through people sitting and just talking, right? Just having conversation. And they're like, oh, we should do that. We should build that, right? Oh, look, move your body. Dance, breathe, flow. Yeah. This, wow, some of you, this may come to you on a vacation. Right? Whether that's a staycation or you actually go somewhere. You're out with your friends. You went to you went out dancing. Because look, it's like dawn of a new day. I don't feel like that's a sunset, although it could be. I kind of feel like that's the sun rising. Because I feel like new idea. But I do feel like for you guys, this comes through, it's very clear this comes through other people. Some of the signs are getting it through their dreams or through this or through that. But for you, Scorpio, this comes from being around the people you care about the most, that you have the most fun with. And it could be also, if you were on a vacation. That's beautiful. Something completely from the heart. Something completely from the heart. I've had some of my best ideas ever come from having conversations with my friends. When there's a group of us, right? And all of a sudden, even if we're, I'm not saying getting loaded, but we might be a drink or two in and all of a sudden something we're talking about. And it's like, that's a brilliant idea. We should do that. And this may be with a group or at least one other person, right? I love that. You might be starting a business with someone. But whatever this new thing is that you fall in love with, whether it's an extension of something you already do or something brand new, it seems pretty brilliant. It's like, why didn't anybody think of this before? Right? Because I keep hearing, brilliant, that's brilliant. I keep hearing someone say to you or you saying to them, that's brilliant. We should so do that. Yep, look at that. There's the new idea. Ace of Cups, right dead center, right? New creative idea. Just absolutely like, this is going to bring so much happiness and joy to the world. Why didn't anybody do that before, right? Definitely a gift from the divine there. And then look at this. Wow, 10 of Pentacles. I feel like you could be going into business with somebody with this in some sort of way that brings you all a lot of money because, it's like family opening a restaurant together or something. I'm not saying that's exactly what you're doing, Scorpio. Or getting the right people together. Like you knew, like here's the extension. You knew that and I don't know anything about it, okay? But like you're a single musician, right? You're a singer. And then you're around your people and you get put a band together and then you get well known for that band. And although you loved singing on your own, you much preferred being in a band. Why didn't we do this before? So again, that's like one of the extension ones. Like I'm already a singer, but now I want to be in a band, right? But this is a legacy, right? This is a legacy. It's definitely something you're supposed to be doing. And then you share that music and it heals people, right? Because I'm a big believer that music heals. Show me clearly. And I'm not saying you're all musicians. It's just an example, okay? It's just an example. Because I'm not a musician, right? But I love music. That's too many. Oh my gosh. This is destined to happen. Wheel of Fortune, guys. Whatever this is for you, Scorpio, it is destined to happen. Okay? And it could bring in a lot of, I will say, money for you, right? Because we've got the Pentacles. And not everything was about money, but in all the readings. But yeah, this is like fame, fortune. Who are they showing me? I'm trying. I can see it, but I don't know who that is. It's such a weird thing, but it's like, this is so weird, guys. I'm sorry. They're like showing me Colonel Sanders. I know that's so weird. The chicken guy, KFC, right? Like, I don't know. I don't know the story, but it's like, I don't know if he partnered up with somebody. I don't know if it was a family member and they said, hey, let's open this first restaurant together, or somebody that, was a good friend. But it's like, let's all put our money in together and let's do this. Let's open this. And then the next thing you know, there's franchises all over, right? They're making money hand over fist. And it was destiny, right? It was destined to be that. And that's weird. I will tell you, they show me some of the weirdest stuff. Like, who is that? Like, I knew who it was, but I was like, who is that? All right. That's too many. Hold on. Got too many cards here. Oh, this one. I didn't see over here. Okay. This came out in reverse. 7 of Wands in reverse. Interesting to me, because what I feel like is, so this is like standing up for yourself, standing in the crowd, not letting anybody tell you no. But I really have the feeling, because it came out in reverse Scorpio, that what it is saying is that you won't be doing this on your own. Like, this is a group, or this is a minimum of partnership. I don't feel like this is bad. It's just saying this is not something you're doing on your own. This is, somebody might be approaching you and saying, hey, I think we should go do this together. I think we should partner up. And you should probably do it. Okay? I really feel like you should probably do it. You might question it, because we have the 8 of Swords, but it did come out in reverse. Like, ooh, gosh, I'm a little afraid. But whatever this is, you should do it. It's going to be successful. It's destined to happen, right? I love it. Yeah. Because you are like only the second sign they have me look at the bottom of the deck, because it's a wish come true. You may not know that right now, but it is a wish come true. All right, let's get some more Colonel Sanders. That's going to make me want some fried chicken. All right, let's see what we have here. Show me clearly. Show me clearly. What is the message here for Scorpio? Okay, what you spell out? Yeah. It's going to take effort, but it's going to be successful. Right? Whatever this is, it's going to take effort and it's going to be successful. And I know this seems weird, but people can't normally put the two together. Colonel Sanders was meant to come up with that recipe, was meant to share that food with people, because it was comfort food. Now, I don't know if it's the same as when he first started opening. I don't know if it's processed or any of that. And I know sometimes we think chain restaurants are bad. They're not necessarily, right? Every once in a while I get craving for some fried chicken, right? He's feeding people, he's taking care of people, but it's leaving a legacy for his family, right? So, my goodness. Yeah, movement. Go with the flow of this, right? This one said flow too. You need to trust this and go with the flow with this, okay, Scorpio? Because it's exciting and it's fun. You might question a little bit, but I think you get over that. Show me clearly. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Got it. It almost, yeah, look at the sun. It's ultimate happiness, right? Enjoy success and happiness. So I'm going to say this because it's weird. It's like the lottery. You can't win if you don't play. Now, I'm not talking about going and playing the lottery, although if you want to, feel free. But it's kind of like that energy, in the sense of, if you don't play, you can't win. So you need to go with the flow with this, because it's destined. If that makes sense. And I'm sure it does. Okay, Scorpio. All right, let's move on to Sag. All right, Sagittarius. All right, Sagittarius. Let's see what we have for you. Sagittarius. All right. Hello, Sagittarius. Hello, Sagittarius. All right, ancestors, what do we have for Sagittarius? Show me clearly, Sagittarius, please. Wow. You guys got nature spirit, and somebody else had that. So I think it was Virgo. So if you have Virgo in your chart, take a look at that. You have elves, fairies, rock formations. I feel like your inspiration, the new thing that comes in for you, comes in through your spiritual team, through either meditation, taking a long walk in nature, your dreams. Okay? That's how I feel this new thing comes in. Okay? So pay attention to not just your night dreams, your daydreams too. So if you catch yourself just kind of gazing off, something may come in that way too. Show me clearly, please. Thank you. Not these. The first one. Oh my gosh. Connect with the animals. What did I just say? You got nature and animals. I'm telling you. Sagittarius, I'm telling you. This is about getting out there. Get out in nature somehow. Go for a walk. Go for a hike. Go for a bike ride. Because you have animal spirit guides, healing. You need to, that's how it comes in for you. I feel like it comes from, so this is funny. I'm just going to say this because with Scorpios, it was coming through being with friends, being with family, taking a vacation type things. Yours is opposite. Yours comes in through doing individual activities, but it's still activities nonetheless. I don't feel like it's meditation per se. I don't feel like it is dreams per se, although you could have a dream that you're in nature and then it comes in. But I really feel like if you get out in nature in some way, shape, or form, anything you enjoy to do, and I do feel like by yourself, like taking a bike ride by yourself, that's when the sparks hits. And that's when it comes across, because you might see a billboard if you're taking a bike ride, right? You might see a certain excuse me, animal through the woods, and it sparks an idea in your head. Okay? I know that sounds weird, but I'm telling you, weirder things have happened. Weirder things have happened. That's how it comes through. I'm just saying that it comes through that way. So let's see what else we have here. Show me clearly for Sagittarius. Yeah, see how I got real quiet? Because they need you to get quiet. They need you to get quiet, but I don't feel in the traditional ways, if you will. Yeah, look, you got strength. Strength cards come out on just about every side. Because you guys are going to be putting fear aside, and you're going to go for whatever this new thing is. Again, it could be something brand new. It can be an extension of something that you're already doing. But you're following your heart here. Yeah, it's crazy, right? Because they're talking about the animals here, they're talking about nature, and then we have the lion on this card. Take your dog for a walk if you have a dog, right? I mean, it's like one of those things. But because you have this major arcana that comes out, I think that for you, Sagittarius, you're pretty spontaneous, right? And you're already very passionate. So I don't feel like strength is like have strength. I'm like, it's already there with you, right? So like my dad's a Sagittarius. He had an idea. He went for it. He dropped his business and just went for it, right? Because he's courageous like that. And that's what this is. So I feel like whatever this is, you kind of are like, yep, let's do it. Right? Fear is not setting me back. Let's do whatever this new thing is. Yep. And you have the sun. God. You have strength, the sun, and judgment. North and Ode, what I was talking about, doing what we're passionate about, and you just know it as soon as you get that idea, as soon as it comes across, you come in and you're like, yep, boom. Okay, this is my calling, judgment. I'm being called up to do my soul's work, right? It's going to bring me the sun. It's going to bring me happiness and joy. It's big change, though, but you're okay with big change. Because I remember, I will tell you, my dad being a Sagittarius, I will tell you, when my dad decided to sell his business and go in a different direction in his life, everybody thought he had lost his mind. Are you crazy? Right? He made it successful. Very successful. He's passionate about it. I love it. Oh my gosh, so crazy. Look at this. Look at, yeah. Don't let anybody tell you you're crazy, right? Just go to work. right? With the Five of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles, people are going to be like, what are you doing, Sagittarius? Are you out of your mind, right? They're going to be like, you're giving up this so-called stability to take this crazy leap of faith. This may be, it might be the exact opposite of what you do now in your life, right? Because I feel like it's such a shock to people, right? It is such a shock to others, but you are very successful with it. And although my dad wasn't out in nature, he was traveling when this idea popped in his head. Okay, he was traveling. So traveling doesn't have to be getting on a plane. Traveling can be going in nature. When that idea just came across. That's great. Show me clearly. Yeah, movement. And that just came out, actually, for Scorpio, too. So if you have Scorpio in your chart, you probably want to watch it, although it might be a little conflicting. Although I will tell you this, and I should tell everybody this. It has to resonate. If you go, you should watch your other sign placements, your moon, your rising, and your Venus. However, some things are going to resonate in there and some things are not, right? I mean, that's just the way the readings go because they're general, okay? And yes, I am open for personal readings. Show me clearly. And I feel like this happens very quickly because I feel like your reading is going very quickly. I'm not really looking at the time of innocence. Yeah, brand new beginning. Knowing anything and everything is possible. So this comes in and you don't even question it. You're like, yep, I can do this. This is awesome. Let's go. Show me the way. Because that's the problem with a lot of people is they don't look through the world with the eyes of a child where everything is possible. So you don't even second guess this. You're like, yep, this makes me happy, gets me excited. I'm not going to worry about what other people think. They can think I'm crazy. That's fine. You know, and you're not like chip on the shoulder. I'll prove them wrong. You're just like, whatever. I'm Sagittarius. This is what I do. This is what I do. Show me clearly. Show me clearly, please. What is the message for Sagittarius? And the other thing is, I know there's a lot of nature scenes in this deck in particular, but come on, nature, nature, nature. Connect with the animals, right? What in the world do we have here? So I love this. Guardian angel, you are not alone in this. You're totally protected to do this, but I think you already know that. I don't think that you worry about it, right? I really don't, because you also have medicine mother honor your inner knowing, because you just know this is going to work out. You know it's blessed and protected. You know it's your north node. You know it's what you're supposed to do. But I do feel like it happens very, very quickly here for you, because that's what happened with my dad's situation. It was like less than a year. I think it was less than 6 months where he did a couple things in secret. He didn't tell a lot of people what he was doing. And then when he did tell them, everyone's like, you did what? You're going where? How are you going to survive, right? And you're like, because I know. Because I know. So excellent, Sagittarius. Oh, I put those on upside down. All right, we are moving on here to Capricorn. Capricorn, Capricorn, Capricorn. So speaking about North Nodes, which I have been speaking a little bit about here, I am a Capricorn North Node. So I love this. Follow your North Node. That's what I think this is all about. Life purpose stuff, what you're going to learn, what's coming next. All right, Capricorn. What do we have for Capricorn? Show me Capricorn, please. There we go. Yep, back to basics. This came out in another reading. Check your other placements. Simplify, reduce, center. I feel like whatever this is for you, this new thing that you are learning, this new, whether it's something brand new like we've been talking about, or if it's something that is a branch off of an existing thing that you do, I think it's very easy for people to understand, easy for you to understand. Right? Because when we get into our life purpose kind of work, it's not hard, you know, as far as learning it and understanding it. So I really feel like you don't overcomplicate this, right? You just go, okay, well, we got to do X, Y, Z. And that's very Capricorn, right? Well, I guess I have to do this, this, and this. So you don't overcomplicate the situation. You have passion for it. You love it. You're like, this is where I'm supposed to go. But you don't overcomplicate it in that sense where this is so hard to learn. I've got so much to learn before I can move on this and blah, 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 right? You don't do that. Okay? You do not do that at all with this information. Wow. Psychic strength. I love that. Wow. I love that. So definitely, I will tell you, Capricorn, when you are protected with this, okay, these are all protection symbols. You are protected. You are so good at whatever this is. So good. Talisman, you are so good. It's so creative. It's so wonderful. It is. They have on here gold light. Your passion for whatever this new thing is that comes in is silently beautiful. You don't have to rave about it to others necessarily. Others rave to you. And you're like, they're like, oh my gosh, this is such wonderful work. And you're like, thank you. Right? You're not necessarily talking about it, talking up. You're like, thank you. And you wait for people to come to you. Excuse me, let me grab a drink. I've been talking without having any fluid here. Where they compliment you, you say thank you, but then they start asking, well, how did you do this? How did you make this? So now you're sharing the knowledge, right? But you're not touting this. There's a humble thing to this. You know you're the master at this. You get in the zone of this. It's not hard. We simplify it. But you are gracious, right? When people say things, but you intuitively know with the psychic strength not to, or you don't even want to, just innately talk about with someone who's not interested. Right? You want the people they're passionate about so that you can teach them how to do it. So I would say, like, you can, excuse me, my goodness, make a craft out of this. But really what's going to happen is you're going to wind up, there's something, because they keep showing me, like, metalworking. And you becoming the master at it. They're showing me, what is that show? There's a show where they work with metals, they make knives or something. I don't know. I don't watch a lot of TV. I think it's called Forged. But they're showing me like that kind of, like, you're making something like that. And you're all not going to do that. You know that, general reading. But you're getting very specialized in this area. You love it. You're passionate about it. But you kind of are quiet about it until somebody comes in and says, I want to learn this. I'm as passionate about you. So you get a apprentice. Very interesting, Capricorn. Very interesting. I like it. And then when that person comes in, now you'll talk 24/7 about it, right? You're not out touting it. You're waiting for the right people to come to you, which is amazing. Show me clearly, please. But you're finding a new passion. So it's kind of like, because they're showing me like someone being a carpenter, right? You might be the extension group, like, this is just an extension. So you could be like somebody's a carpenter, but then they turn and they start making furniture. And they're passionate about the unique furniture they make. And then somebody comes in and says, that is a beautiful piece of furniture. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And they're like, I really want to know how to do this. Is there any way you can teach me? And you're like, our energies match up, right? And then you're passing down the torch. I know you're not all going to be doing that, right? That's too many cards, as far as furniture making. But it is something like that, right? It's something that you're very passionate about with that. Show me clearly. So I will use this. That's too many. I will use this example while we're waiting for Spirit to bring out the cards. I used it in another signs reading. You may or may not know this, guys, but I love to cook. And when you learn to cook, you have to learn the basics first, right? And I am known for my cooking, which is not that I'm bragging now, but you need to hear this part. So I cook for a group of people every Sunday. And they're always raving about my food. And I'm always like, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. But when somebody comes in and says, hey, can you teach me? Can you teach me how to cook that? Yes, I can. Now the passion comes out, right? Now it gets exciting. So you have the Three of Pentacles here. I love this because that's a teamwork, and that's what I was talking about. You will learn this, and maybe you become an apprentice of something first, right? Because I do feel like this is kind of an extension thing for most of you. Maybe not some of you. Some of you, it's like brand new. It's not even close to what you do now. And then you become the master, right? And then you have your own apprentice. So I love that. And it's kind of funny that they're showing me a building card, a teamwork card, when I'm talking about apprenticeship, right? Because we have to pass down knowledge, right? And that's what you do. Love it. Thank you. Yeah, temperance. Look at that. Wow. Turning something, and I just keep using this example, guys, because it's general reading. Yes, I'm open for personal. But it's like, this person has mastered how to take a piece of wood and turn it into a beautiful piece of furniture, right? Getting that raw wood and creating something that's art, right? That is art. Boom, there, here. It's like temperance. This person has mastered the ability to turn water into wine. And I feel like this is truly following your North Node that we've been talking about. Because then you feel balanced too. Love it. Yep. I love this. 7 of Swords in reverse. I'm going to tell you right now, this is not stealing, cheating. That's not the energy what I'm getting. What I'm getting is, don't feel like you have to plan all this out. So if you were an apprentice for someone, it's not like going to school where they have a curriculum. This is different energy. This is kind of wax on, wax off energy, right? Like, I'm going to teach you the basics first, and we're not going to plan out the days. As things come up, as you are the apprentice in this, that's what you're going to learn that day, okay? So if it feels a little like chaotic, trust the person you're learning from, okay? Trust the person you're learning from. Thank you. Yeah, lots of success with this. Lots. You've got the Chariot and the Empress. Okay, so yes, you are going to have a ton of success with whatever this is in your life. You are going to enjoy it. You're going to nurture it. You're going to... some of you may travel with this. Like, whatever this business is, it's like traveling with this and showing people. I don't know why they're showing me this, but it's like speaking engagements. Right? You are the apprentice if you're at a speaking engagement and you're speaking to a group of people, right? Because you're teaching them that. So whatever this is, you might be sharing it with the world, because this is a travel card. That's pretty cool. That is pretty darn cool. All right. Capricorn, that is cool. Yeah, and she knows how to create things. And you have another 3 here, so I would look up master number 33. What else do we have? Show me clearly. What else do we have? Show me clearly for Capricorn. Don't go to the floor. Yeah, see, the Solitude card came out. So I love that for you. Okay, and here's why. Because, again, you wait for the right people to come to you to share this information with. That doesn't mean you don't put it out there, okay? So let's say let's go back to the furniture maker. Let's say that there's a, I don't want to say fair, convention? No, I don't know. Just a place where people can show their craftsmanship, right? It's open to the public. You would still go to that, and you might sell a piece of furniture. You might sell a lot of pieces of furniture. You might get somebody who wants a custom order, right? Kind of thing. But you're not shoving it on people. if that makes sense. You're just not going to be that type of person that is like, come look at my furniture I built. Come look at my furniture I built, right? That's not how you roll with this. It's the humility of it that I love. All right. Yeah, I love this. This card has been coming out a lot, and I've been shuffling these cards like crazy. You have Lotus Flower Unfoldment. This is amazing to me on how beautifully this is going to unfold for you, right? It really is. This is something, again, there's something about the teamwork of it. There's something about the... I think that the one thing that they're not sharing with you is how this unfolds for you is going to surprise you. How this all unfolds for you is going to surprise you is what I'm getting. And it will be successful, Capricorn, because you do have the card of success here with the Chariot. But I think for you, I don't think you're in a rush. I think you just want to do the work because you enjoy the work. And because the lotus flower, comes from a lot of hard work. It's got to work really hard to get out of that muck and mud, right? It really does. I don't feel like that is strenuous for you. I don't feel like it's stress for you. I just feel like, it takes work. And I feel like you're going to put that work in diligently. And then I kind of feel like it just explodes. Like all of a sudden everybody wants your furniture, right? If that makes sense. Wow. Whew, it's like, I think that surprises you when you get big results from this. Because you are doing it from your heart because you do love it. Ooh, High Priest. Intent and create. And that's like exactly what we're talking about, right? That's not manufactured couches where everybody, has the same one in different colors. This is a unique, intentional piece of furniture that you've created. I know I'm all about the furniture thing, but that's the analogies they're giving me. Okay, so that's what they're giving me. All right, Capricorn, good for you. I love this. All right, Aquarius. I'm getting there, I promise, Aquarius. Sometimes I feel like I should pause these videos when I do them like this in between clearing the cards. You guys let me know how you feel. Maybe you don't maybe you don't care. Maybe you're like, whatever. And I got to keep clearing my throat because, again, I've nonstop talked for the last 6 signs. I did take a break between, I think it was Virgo and Libra. I took a small break to drink and use the potty. All right, what do we have for Aquarius? Show me Aquarius, please. Show me Aquarius, please. What is the message for Aquarius? Thank you. Treat your body well. Exercise, meditate, massage. Whatever you guys are coming into, Aquarius, I feel like... I don't feel like it's you. I feel like that's what you do. Like you could go into a healing modality. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think that you do some sort of healing modality that does have to do with physical, people being physical on their own, has to do with maybe you doing physical work. So it could be, maybe you turn careers into being a massage therapist or an acupuncturist, right? And spiritually, because it's kind of like the Trinity here, right? Now, don't get too into it because I don't, for you guys, I feel like this is something new. I do not feel like this is an extension of what you already do. I feel like this is some new thing that comes in that hits your physical world, your soulful world, your mindful world. Yeah, it's like reflexology, like, yeah, you could teach it or you could do it or you could receive it, but you could also just show somebody, right? Hey, if you have a headache, do this. I don't know what the reflexology is for that. You also have spirit guides. So guidance, purpose, insight. We are talking about life purpose work here. So you are being guided to it for sure, but I like the insight here because the insight talks about that meditation too. Bringing two things together. This is similar to one of the other readings. Not the same, but similar. And I don't know if Kathy is here yet, if she has signed up here from our Patreon channel yet. I'm going to use her as an example. So she blended, because this other one was about blending two modalities also. Now, my example in their reading was mine. I blended Reiki and chakra healing, right? I mean, that's exactly what I specialize in with the distance Reiki that I do. And I put those two modalities together. She put yoga and Reiki together. I feel like you guys are doing something similar to that. And that's good because, right, we need more combinations. But I think in that reading, it could be a combination. I think for you guys, it is a combination. Like you're taking two different things that you're passionate about and blending them together. And that's innovation, right? Yeah. And you're being guided right to it. So I do feel like you're taking something you already know, you may already do, and you're blending it with another thing to make something new. Very much so. Okay, Aquarius, let's see what your ancestors have to say here. Yeah. Show me clearly, please. What is the message? Show me clearly. Well, we are in the age of Aquarius too, Aquarius, and that is all about innovation. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to grab one more card here before I start talking about this one. Actually, for you guys, which is weird, I'm going to get all your cards before I start talking. Show me more, please. And I don't normally read like that, so that's weird. But all right. I do whatever Spirit tells me to do, Aquarius. I do whatever Spirit tells me to do. There's something about communication here. There is something about communication here. Clarify that one. Thank you. Wow. You guys might be doing something with you may do it professionally. Maybe it's just, advice from friends. Let me move these. I'm trying to get so you can see all the cards here. Aquarius. It's like you're taking two things and you're blending them together. It has to do the way that people communicate. It's like a touch sensory thing, in a sense. Aquarius, this is so interesting to me. So it's like you're teaching people how to get in touch with their higher self through some sort of physical thing. And I feel like it has to do with touch. Remember I said reflexology? Now, I know this is a little bit more specific than the other readings, but it is going to be different for all of you. But I feel like, yeah, because my neck just started hurting. Like, oh, I need a massage, right? And I feel things because I'm an empath through the readings. But instead of I'm trying to, it's like it is touch and it isn't. So it's like very much, well, it's reminding me very much of Dr. Joe Dispenza, who teaches people how to heal their physical ailments through meditation. I feel like this is very inspired here. And it's weird because it's like the Four Cups usually is like you missing an opportunity from the divine, but she's looking right at that cup. So I don't feel like that's you. I feel like you offer this new way of being, healing, communicating with people. And people are like, well, that can't be real. That can't be real. But you somehow like say, well, just have a session. Let's say, I don't know what that means, because they're saying, I don't think that, I don't think that's real, right, with this. And then you're like, no, well, just give it a shot. Just give it a shot. We'll just see. And all of a sudden they're like, oh my God, my old thought process is dead, right? The death card with the 10 of swords, like, oh my gosh, because it worked. Wow, did it work? Like, this is weird, but okay, I get it. It's like if you were a marriage counselor, you teach them how to communicate through touch and not words. And they're like, well, that's not going to work. We have to talk. And you're like, no, I'm going to instruct you where to touch and how to touch and why. Or maybe not even why. Maybe I keep that from you, right? You're working on a certain area, like a pressure point in the body to get rid of a headache, right? But it's like you're blending marriage counseling with touch therapy. Boy, they took me a long time to get there, didn't they, Aquarius? And that's not going to be for everybody. That's just they're trying to explain how that is going to be for you. And that would be your life purpose, right? I love that. And maybe I just gave somebody an idea. Maybe somebody's doing that. Maybe some Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus is doing this. Studying this, bringing two things together, because there is such thing as touch therapy. They hire people to come in and hug people, like just sit there and not say a word, right, and hug people. But this would be like blending it with a traditional marriage counseling, which is crazy. Yep. I threw the other one on the floor on accident. New beginnings. This is something brand new. Like, people have never heard of this before, right? Like, oh my goodness. And a lot of people be like, oh, no. I don't believe you. And you're like, just give it a try. Just give it a try. And then you have ancestors. And I feel like this, way back when, we didn't have speech. We were grunting, right? We were grunting, right? We had ancestors that just grunted. So how do you think they communicated? Through touch, right? So I feel like this is something that you're meant to do. This is like oh my gosh. Do you see that? The hands? Like, I feel like this could have been, you could be mixing an old therapy, right? Like herbs with this, like herbal medicine with this, right? Like, it's part DNA and it's part new, and you're blending the two together. I hope that makes sense for you. Aquarius, I love this reading. All right, what do we have for Aquarius? Show me clear. I almost said crazy because people are going to think you're a little nuts at first. But then, you know what? People thought chiropractors were nuts. Like, that's not a real doctor, right? For a long time. Now everybody's wanting a chiropractor, right? So there you go. You have Fire Guardian. I love that. Ignite your passions. You get very passionate about this, and you actually turn other people onto this. This is amazing for me, okay? You really turn people onto this. And you don't really have to try to do it because, again, it's like, you're just like, give it a try. And once they do, they rave. Oh my gosh. So this is amazing. Amazing. All right, my Pisces. My Pisces. Oof, knock that out of there. Pisces. I love my Pisces. I'm a Pisces moon and rising. Oh no, I am knocking over the cards. I have so many piles of cards on my desk right now because I'm in the middle of a bunch of different types of readings. Because I have to go where Spirit tells me to go. So that reminds me, if you're waiting for the full moon readings that were for the 8th, and don't worry, that energy lasts a good 2.5 weeks. They're coming. Okay, they're coming. So you can still watch them and they'll still have some meaning for you. All right, Pisces. What do we have for Pisces, please? Show me Pisces. Pisces, embrace your inner gypsy, freedom, fun, music. Your new thing comes through when you are having a blast. Your new thing comes when you're listening to music and dancing, by yourself or with friends. Your new things comes in, this new idea, when you're completely in bliss and relaxation. Okay? That's where your new idea, the thing that you need to learn, if it's an extension of something you're already doing or if it's a brand new thing, it comes in through not looking for it. Yep. Take time out. Somebody else had this, and I can't remember because I've done these pretty much straight through. I only took one break. Because a lot of times when we do these longer readings like this, a reader will take a break in between, but the energy is flowing, so I got to go with it. Somebody had this card, and it did talk about, their other card was going on a vacation card. You need to team up with people, period. Now, theirs was a little different. You need to team up with people, okay, Pisces? Like-minded people. Now, this could be friends or family. This could be even strangers you meet. For you, it might come in because you meet a new group of friends. And then you guys have this idea together that you want to take a class together about this or that or the other, right? It doesn't have to be a class. I'm just saying. You get an idea together. Okay, so that's how yours comes in. Some of the signs, it was solitude. And you should watch your other signs. And if it's a complete polar opposite of if you look at your moon, it's a complete opposite of your sun sign, that's okay. There's something in one of them that is just a little tidbit that you need to hear, right? The whole thing doesn't have to resonate. It's not meant to confuse you. But some of it could be the other sign who had this card, right? Now it's confirmation. Show me clearly. Remember, you guys get 25% off personal readings. The only reason I mention that now is because this is a general reading. Yep, look at that. Teamwork. Teamwork, teamwork, teamwork for you, Pisces. And it's going to happen quickly. I am talking so fast. You might be the fastest sign I'm talking about, right? When they do that and I start speeding up, it's because things are going to change quickly for you. You also have the 10 of Wands in reverse. So you need the team for this, okay? Because not one of you should be taking on extra burdens for whatever this is. There's something that you are going to create, something that's going to come in. For you guys, it could be an extension of what you're already doing, or it could be something brand new. We'll see. I'm not really getting an either or on that one. But whatever this is, I feel like you also... right? You don't have to take on all the responsibility. You need the team. But whatever this is, I feel like it allows you to let other burdens go. Things you don't want in your life to go. Show me clearly. This is very north node, right? This is what you're supposed to be doing. Life purpose. Show me clearly. Okay, what do we have here? So, yeah, we have the 2 of Wands and the Chariot. And the Chariot's been coming out a lot. But hold on, because they have me. Okay, for you guys, a little bit different for you guys. You guys envision this together, whatever this new thing is that you're creating, because you are planning more than the other signs. Like, you get what it is, you're coming together, you're talking, you're bouncing ideas off each other. How do we present this to the world? But when you do, right? Now, you're not going to do every detail, right? Not every single detail, but you are going to have a plan to put this out there. And when you do, because see all the threes? These are, I know they're sphinxes, but they look like people. 1, 2, 3, right? The 3 of Pentacles normally has 3 people on it. You have 3 here, you have 3 here. Oh, look up angel number 3333. They just gave that to me. But you guys do put a plan together. And then, boy, you just put it out there. And how fast this picks up in the world is amazing. You could be starting a business. You could be starting a business. They got real specific with you on that. And it takes off. Oh my God, yeah, look at that. Yeah, this new idea comes in like clear as day. You guys are bouncing, and it doesn't come out of like, hey, what can we bring into the world? It's not like you're sitting down at a conference table. Okay, you are having fun. This idea comes in, right? Ace of Swords, this brilliant idea comes in, and then you guys are like, well, how do we make this happen? How do we put this out into the world, right? But once you do some of the plan, oh my gosh, they had me look at the bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles. Once you do, it takes off, right? And this does, I think, have to do with not just how we can be in service to other people, but the way we make money. Wow. And it's fast. And it is fast. So I'm going to just use this as an example. And it could be 2 people. It could be 3 people. I'm getting more 3. A group of you. It's like the women who set up the closet organization company. Right? They had this brilliant idea. My closet's always a mess. Well, how can we fix it? And then boom, they made a company out of it. And they make millions of dollars a year. Right? Teamwork. But they do. That's just one example. And it was a need for people. It still is a need for people, for a lot of people, right? A lot of people want that organization, but didn't have the time to do it. And I think these 2 actually kind of like, well, they go through it and they get rid of, yeah, look, sanctuary. This may have to do with something around people's homes and organizing or cleaning or some sort of service, right? That is needed. So, for example, this is a horrible example, but you know what? Spirit likes to lighten it up. So, not here in New Orleans, but my other place up north, they have a service because everybody's got a yard in the suburbs, usually fenced-in yards. Most people up there have dogs. Well, most people work, right? They have to leave their home for work. So they came up with a poop picking up business. So they go while you're gone, go into your yard and pick up all your dog's poop. Guess what? People use that service. 1, because they either don't want to do it or they don't have time to do it, right? Yeah. Ancestors are coming out like crazy. For you guys, this is totally different than the other 2 readings that came on. But this is you with the snake. This is something, because they're showing me like the Kundalini spirit, like Kundalini rising, but not in the way that we think of it, in a way where that idea comes up and it comes straight up your spine into your head. It is successful. I feel like this for you guys is not necessarily your ancestors talking to you here on this card, but they're talking to you saying, this may be something you pass down, a family business. Right? This may be something you pass down. Yours may be the shortest reading. I mean, because there's excitement, right? It's like they're showing me like the dancing. You're at the party, right? You're at the club, you're at the bar, you're at the friend's house and you're dancing. Or you're at the wedding and boom. Next thing you know, the night's over. Where'd the good times go, right? But no, this stays. Don't take that last part seriously, but it does happen that fast. Don't take the where did the good times go, because you're going to have a really good time with all of this. Yeah, you have winter. Take care. Take care of your needs. This will take care of your needs. This will take care of your needs and the needs of others. And the hunter, track down your fears and desires. Yeah, so I really do believe that you have no fear going after your desire. I think that you're like, we can do this. If somebody can make a poop business, make a business out of picking up poop, your ideas are brilliant, right? But I do feel like this is definitely a partnership. I really feel like this could be 3 of you. You go into it together. Because, and I'm going to end it on this for you. It's like, you guys all have your regular jobs, right? So you're not really going to quit your normal job at the moment. So you're taking shifts. Okay, so I'll do the poop up cleanup on this day, on my day off. I'll do it on this day. And you rotate that until it gets so successful that you have to quit your jobs. Does that make sense? I'm sure it does. So I'm glad we talked about poop today, Pisces. With that being said, all of my love, light, and blessings to you. Thank you all so much for being here.